Journey to Silius, known in Japan as Rafu Wārudo. Published by Sunsoft and developed by Tokai Engineering, the same developer and publisher who made Blaster Master. Now personally, I don't think the name change was necessary. I think Japan had it right with the name Rafu Wārudo. This game is hard as hell, it's rough as hell, and it pisses me off at times. Combining the design of the stages along with the enemy placement, it becomes unfair and ridiculous. Not along the lines of Ninja Gaiden and the infinite spawning enemies, but some questionable layouts including blind falls, treacherous jumps, and bogus mechanics. My name is Late Night Retro. Let's look at the game Journey to Silius. Released in 1990, this game was to be based on Terminator 1. While developing the game, the license to the film was lost, so they had to rename it and rework the art and such. Some of the game might still give you that Terminator vibe. I know the last boss did for me. This game at its core is a run and gun style game with some minor platforming. Jay is the protagonist in this game, and it opens up with the grim fact that your father has died. Jay's father was working on space colonization. The evening news reports Jay's father's death as an accident, but was it really? Several days pass and Jay finds a floppy disk in his father's room. The floppy reveals that terrorists are plotting against the colony development, and his father's last words reveal that you must complete the project if he cannot. Jay vows right then and there that they will pay the price for the death of his father. And boom, just like that it fades to black, and your adventure begins. The first thing that has me hyped about this game is that rocking soundtrack. The music in this game stands out above its gameplay. I mean, it's Sunsoft, and they never really skimp when it comes to sound. Journey to Silius contains only 5 levels, so it's relatively short, but while being short it doesn't mean easy. Now if you love killing robots, you will like this game. Everything is about killing robots, from large to small. Jay doesn't discriminate. The stages are filled with hazards, so you won't be running like Forrest Gump through them, and it won't give off a Contra feel or anything like that. Your gun shoots in one direction, forward. You have the opportunity to collect 5 other guns besides your pistol. Now these guns all have their own functions, and some more powerful than others. While having the option of 6 guns, you will only be really using 3. The rest, I guess, are decoration, and I found no substantial use for them. One thing I don't like about the gun system is you have to hit start to bring up a menu, then select the gun you want. I wish they would have just added an option on the main screen, kinda like the weapon switching in Batman, another Sunsoft title. Instead, they take a more Mega Man approach to the weapon selection. The game gives 2 drops, one to replenish your health, the other to replenish your ammo for your guns. Your pistol never runs out of bullets, but your other guns do. The drops are very few. I mean, I beat the game and maybe found 3 health pickups, and on top of that they barely replenish anything. It's a joke and it gives you no comfort whatsoever. It's like putting a piece of sandpaper on your cut. The ammo pickups are welcoming though. Some of the stages will really have you plotting your moves by using your other array of weapons. Talking about the stages, they're fairly large and it will take some time navigating. While the graphics of the stages and the enemies are great, some of the design concepts they took really irked me. You will find areas of the game where it seems almost impossible not to take damage, and it feels like they just put enemies in certain places to be assholes. There are some legitimate gauntlet type areas that making it out alive feels good, but then there are just some spots where it's like, really dude, you're gonna do me greasy like this? The challenge is there, though at times becomes frustrating. The last level is no exception to any of this. First off, it's an auto-scroller. Secondly, there's a part in the middle of the level where you have to execute a jump to perfection with only 1 chance. Fail it and go back to the start and try again, son. That part had me shaking my head in disgust. Now the bosses are another breed of evil. They all have a weak spot which requires some good aim. Trying to get fancy and dance around their mechanics and projectiles is futile. To kill the bosses, know the weak spot, go in with full health and a good amount of ammo, and blast the boss down quicker than he can blast you down. I found that's the only real strategy. If you try to figure out a pattern and take your time, you're as good as dead. You gotta trust me on this. Well, so to sum up the game, it has a kick-ass soundtrack, it's difficult, but I can't really say unfair, and it has some solid graphics. Overall, I wouldn't go out of my way to play Journey to Silius, but it was kinda fun. If you're looking for a challenge, I would recommend this. Let me give you a pro tip if you do. You only get 3 continues in this game and 3 lives. There's no way to earn more lives or continues, but at the start screen, if you hit the B button 33 times and then press start, it'll bring up a secret menu where you can listen to the game's music and increase your continues to 9. I hope this helps you, young adventurer. This has been Late Night Retro. Thank you for watching. Until next time.